So I want you to think about writing the vision of exiting a financial setback. When you are in a financial setback, you must envision yourself beyond a place providing for everyone else but yourself. You have a right to fund you, and you do not have a right to get someone to fund you and your lifestyle just because you messed up and giving them all your money. Write down the vision of how you will set boundaries with family members and friends so you can achieve what you want to do, and use the money you have to fund your projects. All your money given over to one person prevents you from helping others who may need your help. The third bullet point I think is very interesting, writing the vision down of how you will set boundaries with family members and friends so you can achieve what you want to do and use the money you have to fund your projects. That's important because you should know the people that you deal with. You should know um, the patterns of your brother. You should know the patterns of your sister. You should know the patterns of your mother, your father, your best friend, your best cousin. You should know their patterns by now. It should not be a surprise to you, especially if you grew up with the person. Like I had a cousin who was always getting me into stuff because she was troubled as an individual, suffering from childhood trauma. So she needed the chaos that she was getting us into because it seemed to be something that was functional for her. And once I realized as an adult through some sort of self-reflection, thinking about my childhood, I realized that I could not go forward with her in relationship anymore because she managed to get us into some things that could have been dangerous for me. There were some things that we got into that I could have been raped, could have been murdered, I could have been hurt in some kind of way. And so I had to make that decision. When it came to writing the vision down for family members, I'm not going to give anything unless I know I am financially covered myself, my rent, my food, my transportation, and then also make sure I have extra money just in case. We had a situation down here in Texas with the weather, and the electrical went out for many people in their homes, and so some people had to go and stay in a motel for a few days until everything was worked out because they were out of water as well. And it was ice on the ground, snowing, all kinds of things. And I thought to myself, that's interesting. And the first question that came to mind, that what if something like that happened where the whole house shut down, is cold, no heat, no water? Would I have the financial resources to move into a motel? I don't have to move into a hotel. I'm gonna have to be in a fancy hotel, just a regular Motel 6. Would I have those resources, those financial resources, to be able to do that for at least a week? And that's something to think about. And then what if the housing flooded, right? Say, for instance, you were in one of those areas where there's heavy flooding, okay? Would you have the money to move into a hotel for 3 months until you get everything situated without waiting, for the insurance check? A lot of times that takes a long time to come. So do you have those resources to do that? And that's something that I've been thinking about more and more and more, especially as I am much older now. Um, and so I would want to make sure that I'm covered in those areas. So that would be a vision that I would care about, because I think the weather is going to get even worse. I think the pandemic is going to create even more opportunities for us to work from home. That means that we may have to update our skills, especially if jobs require um, technology. Okay, and so those are part of your financial management planning out of setback. that you need to consider. We need to discern the times. We need to consider the times. The times are not the same as they were even just a year ago. And so that's something that I want you to think about. Write the vision of how you're going to get out of your setback, out of your financial setback, but also how you're going to sustain yourself when maybe the nation is enduring a financial setback as well.